dragon statue. You know, when you're doing a 28 days challenge, there are mountains, there are valleys, and there are high and low. Today, I didn't really feel like sketching, but here we go. I was looking at some subject to sketch and I looked through my photograph. This caught my eye. So again, you know, when you look at something as simple, in quote, like a dragon statue like this, you observe that there are background, and in the background there are trees, and in the trees there are lots of holes, lots of gaps. And then of course you look at the dragon statue and there's some shape of a dragon at play here. And all I'm doing is just putting down the broad shape in my drawing. Nothing more than that, just the broad shape. Not very accurate either, but later on you see that I will fix it with pen lines. At this point I'm thinking, alright, green, lots of spring green maybe, some dark green perhaps, mixture of both in the background and both the holes between the legs as well as parts where there are gaps at the dragon statue. The greens needs to show through. I didn't want to have very sharp edges on the green, so I'm just gonna soften it and throw in lots of water to soften all the greens, if you like. By now, some of you might be familiar with my style. I'm looking at the shadow, because if I get the shadows right, the dragon statue will have a three-dimensional form. So I'm going in with a bit of a dark gray, you know, anyway, the color scheme is green and red, Christmas, right? So I'm going in with a bit of a dark red. The red has been sort of darkened with a green, making it a bit more neutral. I'm going in with a bit of a, you know, reminder of where the shadows is gonna be. Not the darkest yet, but basically probably around 3 out of 5 at this point. At this point I'm thinking, well, I need lines, so I load up my fountain pen with watercolor pigments using a brush, and I'm drawing some scales and some lines. Going back to small brushes, I'm putting in more shadow parts for the dragon. I'm always thinking shadow, leaving white shadow, and basically trying to sculpt the statue into three-dimensional form. And that's always the best way to think about how we can make the sketch work and make it pop. At this point, it looks like the sketch is not quite working, and the color scheme, although the color scheme is working, but the sketch is not quite getting there. I'm thinking, I will need to fix the line, I'll need to fix some kind of an outline later on. Well, I think here's a lesson in some ways for the day. Even though your sketch, while you're at it, may not be working, don't ever give up halfway. You never know what you can do, and you know, at this point I'm thinking, you know, actually I need to use one trick in my bag of tricks, and maybe that will just maybe salvage this sketch. Won't turn it into a fantastic sketch, but maybe I can, you know, make it better. So I'm gonna probably use my ink to do that, and it wasn't originally planned, but at this point it is something that I am considering. And so here we go. Using my fountain pen, I am going in with my De Atramentis archival ink. Often in sketches like which is small and stuff, you might use fountain pen to start with, and then you know, kind of color over it. But in this sketch, since it wasn't really working for me, I decided I will use the black ink to strengthen the outline and make the dragon pops. As you can see, one of the things when I'm doing this outlining, I am not going in with care. I'm showing energy in my line. The lines that I'm putting down has tremendous energy, and I'm going really fast, and that really is one of the key to make the sketch you know, successful in some ways. Putting in my name now, letting it dry to evaluate, and then I'm gonna take a step back and see what else I need to do. So after evaluating, and you know, at this point I'm putting my name down, I think I need more shadows, and that's what exactly you'll see me do right after this. After I put the date and putting my name, it is 2021 July 29th. Whee Teck, that's the name. So going in now with a bit more shadow. darken it. I don't really want green, nor do I want red, so I'm just going to mix the two up to make a neutral color. Although it's a little bit more reddish than green, if you like. And by going in to put in more darks, hopefully the three-dimensional form of the statue will pop further. I will sort of look at maybe making the sketch works a little bit with the darks and closer to what you see in the photograph. So there you have it. I think, as you can see, the sketch kind of worked. So this is Whee Teck. Stay safe wherever you are. Peace.